as you may notice, just like Jedi Dropouts, this is going to be full of tangents.
Look, we didn't bring a roadmap, and we're going to get lost.
No, we even with the general Jedi Dropouts episodes, I usually have a big list of notes and talking points, and we have nothing in front of us right now. We're spitballing here.
Yeah. So I figured to get ourselves back on topic, I'm going to ask you, my friend.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say anime?
Oh, that's a good question. It's a very good question.
I tend to ask all my friends of what the first blank of something is to get their opinion of it.
Well, to be honest, just because this comes to mind a lot, like I'm not just going overly deep here. The first thing that comes to mind with anime is because I'm very new to watching anime, because I was a part of the large portion of people who scoff at anime and just say, "Oh, you mean the tentacle porn shit?" I mean, that's one of the very, very go-to comments, right?
Yeah.
So what pops in my head when I think anime is something that on the surface looks very childish, very weird, but below the surface and once you really get deep into it is a very serious and amazingly underrated art form.
That's honestly what my response would be if you asked me what my first thought of comic book is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's the thing, is a lot of people think, oh, they're so different from each other. No, they have the same genesis. So
yeah,
there's going to be some weird moments in comic books, and I've met comic book fans instantly defend them. But when I've described some weird things in anime or manga, they're like, oh. I'm like, but you didn't get mad when I,
yeah.
Even if you can defend your point, but then someone doesn't listen to your defense, then
yeah,
they weren't really interested in the first place.
Exactly. It seems like if it's a Western-based comic or TV show or movie or something like that, the defense will come from, oh, well, actually, what they're trying to talk about here, or what they're referencing here.
Or it's the Silver Age. Everything in the Silver Age was weird. I'm like, yeah, and...
But when it's anime, people just say, oh, Japan's fucking weird.
No. In fact, from what I understand, a lot of the weirdness Japan is doing right now is because it attracts Western people. If they can get into, oh, that weird thing just happened, I better find out what caused this.
Yeah.
And as a marketing scheme, it's actually ingenious.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize how much the Western influence has had on anime recently. Like, before during the 90s, when we just started getting those little weird animes, that was pure, unadulterated weird Japan.
Okay.
Now, in 2010s, all the weirdness is to keep our eyes glued, because a lot of what I understand is some of those animes don't do very well in Japan.
Okay.
They're not, like, that's, like, being weird for the sake of being weird doesn't get Japanese fans to watch it.
Yeah.
Of course, that's one thing I've heard. I've heard some people argue that, but I like to think it's true, because then it means that our medias are getting more connected, and it makes it easier for us to get anime,
yeah,
and it makes them easier to get comic books, because I've heard some weird things done in comic books recently kind of have been there to get outside markets.
Okay, yeah.
And my opinion is the more we can get people to enjoy anything is the better. I don't think anything should be walled off by elitism, or I was here first, I'm the fan who gets his needs taken care of first. No, I'm sorry, no. You may, unless you are Bill Gates rich, no. Other people have money too.
What is funny to me, though, is when it comes to, well, when you talk about comic books and anime and things like that, I mean, yeah, there's the general public who look at that as childish and,
trying to explain to someone how mature The Killing Joke is.
Yeah,
we'll go over their head, and they're like, I've already got my established thoughts.
Yeah.
The same thing happens with cartoons in general.
Yes.
How many people still say, oh, all cartoons for kids? Plop their kid in front of Family Guy.
Exactly.
My response to that is no. There's also the whole all cartoons for adults must be comedies.
Yeah.
That doesn't be true either.
No.
I mean, a lot of my favorite cartoons were written for kids, but they're so mature in handling things, they really could have been marketed to adults easily.
Yeah.
Hey
Hey guys, this is Ryan from Jedi Dropouts. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what you just heard, you can listen to full episodes of Jedi Dropouts, Final Form, and other podcasts from Jedi Dropouts Productions over on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, or wherever else you listen to podcasts. Be sure to give us a review on iTunes. It means so much to us, and don't forget to drop out.